Grade Podcast. Welcome everyone and join us in today's episode as we discuss Gundam's effect in pop culture, its history, and more. But before all that, allow us to welcome you to another episode of the Perfect Grade Podcast, your favorite weekly show where we talk about anything and everything Gundam under the sun. This podcast would be possible without our partners, Hobby Link Japan and Vivian Blue, your go-to online stores for Gunpla figures, anime goods straight from Japan. Enter our coupon code on Vivian Blue, which is PGSTUDIOS. That's capital PGS Studios, as you can see on the graphic below. Check them out by clicking on our affiliate links found in the description below this video. Perfect Grade Studios is now sponsored by Armored Komodo, proudly made in the Philippines and trusted by builders around the world. Armored Komodo is the go-to paint brand for scale modelers who want pro-level results. Whether you're airbrushing, or weathering, Armored Komodo delivers unbeatable coverage, rich colors, and smooth finishes. Grab yours from select hobby shops or online stores today. I am one of your hosts, Raynan, and alongside me are my co-hosts, the Gunpla modeler, the animator, the perfect grade rockstar, the Unipla Miguel, and the creator of one of the most active Gunpla communities, Gunpla Photography, the Gunpla photographer himself, the Daddy GP, and sitting beside him is our perfect grade artist, the 30-minute mission apprentice, Ralph, and welcoming back the man. Oh, wait. Welcoming back, his voice as smooth as butter, our head researcher, the Plamo apprentice, Justin. And before I ask you guys like how your week was, we have a small announcement. No, it's not a small. We have an announcement to make in celebration of reaching 10,000 followers on Facebook, 155 subs on YouTube, and 200 followers on TikTok. We'll be hosting a Gunpla Plamo photography contest. Yeah, boy. Here it is. All right, so it's called the MS 8th Street Photography Contest. The theme is urban photography. This will be posted on our page. Make sure to like and follow us. That's Perfect Grade Studios on Facebook. And also make sure to join Gunpla Photography Facebook group as well. Details will be posted there. So basically, this is an urban, post your Gunpla or your Plamo on urban cityscape background, and yeah, we'll announce the details.
Those are some good shots.
Yeah, those are some good shots. Who shot those?
Who did? I wonder.
I wonder. I wonder.
It makes me wonder.
So these, the sample entries here are shot by Ralph, right?
Good job,
Look
Ralph.
at you.
Yeah,
Ralph
yeah.
and Justin.
Yeah, Ralph and Justin. Look at you guys.
Who's
Oh,
Justin?
you got winners right
Justin's
here.
not here.
Yeah, who's Justin? I heard that guy's
Stop
one.
you.
I heard that guy was an asshole.
You think everyone's an asshole? Just kidding.
Yeah. I think even myself is an asshole.
Oh wow.
All right. Okay. How is everyone's week? I don't know. Anything new with you guys? Anything? Some new builds you want to show off?
I got this one. Well, I've been on a building binge lately, so I pulled this out from the vault. It's the G liner. It's not the bootleg
Oh.
one.
The one with the
It's
armor?
Bandai. Yeah, man.
Yeah, nice.
It started extending the torso. Yeah, you see that white part on the torso, that's plow plate. And I added shoulder details. You can't really see it with this fucking camera, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll post some pictures of this guy soon. Then enter it
When
in
Miguel mentioned that
PSMS.
it's not a bootleg. When Miguel mentioned it's not a bootleg,
Yeah.
because it has a bootleg, and everyone has it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
I mentioned it because should have waited for that. But yeah, I support Bandai.
Yeah, support Bandai. You know, I'm gonna go.
Support Bandai, right?
How about you guys? How about you, Justin? Anything new, Ralph? Roy? GP?
Ralph?
No new kits you're planning to build?
Oh. What
Yeah,
about you,
that guy.
Justin? Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, so I was kind of busy last week, so that's why I wasn't able to attend the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But similar to Miguel, I've also been sort of in a sort of spree myself,
Yeah.
but more on like painting.
Sprue.
Look at you,
Yeah.
the Flammable Apprentice is on a
Yeah, so
building spree.
On a painting
Yeah.
spree.
On a painting. Oh, look at, even better, man.
spree.
So yeah, so I've been practicing doing some painting and just painting some masks, painting whatever
Oh.
I find.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Now
What
I
paint
have
did you use?
He's painting everything.
Hmm.
I'm glad you
Mm.
Paint your
asked.
dick.
I used none other than Arkham
Hell yeah.
Armored Komodo
Hell
paint.
yeah.
Woo.
Hell
Did you see it? No, sorry. It's bright. But yeah, I'm so grateful for this, and I hope to keep working on that painting.
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of Arkham, one of our viewers are asking like if someday we would make like a review of Arkham paints. Yeah, maybe we'll do an overview of that someday. Of course your feedback is important, and so we're taking that into consideration as well. And so
And and the bathroom cleaner that we're using, I'm using Mr. Muscle. How about you guys?
I use the Omex myself.
I need to note that.
Yeah, you should know that.
My bathroom stank.
Yeah.
Ew.
You know, you just
Wait,
I didn't
you
need
just
to know that.
dude, you just put a bit on the toilet, leave it for a bit, they come back to it, scrub it, and it will be clean. Come on, man.
no, not gonna lie, my bathroom is pretty dank right now. So
That's why we don't go to your house.
yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Out of everyone's houses here, Royd has the cleanest bathroom.
And me for myself, I just got this. It's a 30-minute preference. It's Hitori Goto from Mochi the Rock. I'm a big fan of the anime. You guys should watch that. It's so
Hell
cool.
yeah.
As a
Yeah, her hair looks like. Well, I listen to K-pop, so she reminds me of Giselle from aespa.
Hey, speaking of a Korean, I discovered this new K-rock band. They're called Quer, Qwer. You might want to check that out, Miguel, because you're into that shit. You might want to check that
Oh
out.
yeah, Momo.
No, not that one. That's Haku. That's
Oh, shit.
No, that's Japanese. This one's Korean. Yeah, you might
Oh,
enjoy
shit.
that. Yeah. But anyway, Bocchi the Rock
Yeah, check that out.
is a good anime. If you're a music lover or if you just want a slice of life that talks about anxiety and shit, it's a good anime. It's yeah. But yeah.
Speaking of that guy up there,
Mm-hmm.
he's keeping silent.
Mm-hmm.
Our daddy, but he just faced his fears when it comes to modeling, and he just started scribing.
Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Driving, yeah.
How is the experience?
Yeah, how was it?
Loads of mistakes, but it was fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
In preparation for
that's how you learn, bro.
Mm-hmm. Is that in preparation for GBWC?
You would need to learn how to repair it. What?
In preparation for GBWC, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But this build is for PSMS, so
Mm.
the build for PSMS is a practice for GBWC. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of PSMS, right? So we'll have representatives from Perfect Grade Studios. That's gonna be GP and Big Gel, and we'll be there on August. And we hope to see you there if you watch the show, and if you see us there, make sure to holler at us. We'll be covering that as well. Huh?
We don't have money.
you're
so
joining too, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think I am. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's it for this week. Thank you guys for sharing, and moving on to our first segment of the show, Justin,
Alrighty.
Mr. Head
And now,
Researcher. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, it is. That is my other title. But
Uh-huh.
yes, now it is time for our first segment of the show. This week's breaking news. Woo!
Yay! I'll do this.
Yeah. Starting Friday, May 9th, 2025, the Ichiban Kuji Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux Volume 2 will roll out across participating 7-Eleven stores and other select retailers in Japan. Each ticket draw is priced at just 700 yen, offering a shot at exclusive Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux prizes you won't find anywhere else. From Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2's page, the F90 MZ type has joined the fray. This modified unit is now available for purchase in the supply drop. In addition to the Gundam series campaign launched on May 8th, Gunpla returns in a special limited edition color, available exclusively at 7-Eleven stores across Japan. Price is at 880 yen, including tax. From Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux, Gaia's or Ortega's Rick Dom has joined as an HG brand. Launch date will be at September 2025 with a price of 3,300 yen. Speaking of G-Quux, we also got to take a look at the planning stage of the Machu figurine by SH Figure Arts. Release date and price to be determined. The official Tamashii Nations X, formerly known as Twitter, has teased the addition of the Eyes Gundam in the metal build high-quality figure line. More information will be released on May 10th. And that's all for today's breaking news. Yes, team, what are your thoughts?
All right,
Part
thoughts.
You
Yeah.
forgot one. You forgot one news.
What news?
The Machu bikini shots. Whoa!
Whoa.
They're all around,
Yeah.
man.
Fan service is back, baby.
Yeah. Hell yeah!
Spoilers.
Yeah,
So huge.
Yeah.
They're so huge.
Oh my god.
Okay, stop it.
That's part of the plot.
She's a kid.
Yeah. Oh, she's a kid. She's a kid.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
She's a kid.
What?
Look, he's a student, man. But yeah, Ichiban Kuji. It's a shame that these are Japan exclusives. Yeah, this seems interesting. I like the mug. The mug looks nice.
All the more reason to move to Japan. I mean, go to Japan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Aw.
Japan.
Yeah.
Maybe Japanese.
Exactly.
I want that haro.
I like this one.
Wait, how did you pronounce Haro? Haro?
Haro.
Haro.
No,
Haro.
haro.
Haro!
I want that
Haro!
haro.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Yes, I don't know if these are stickers. These are definitely cable ties. Oh, these are stickers. And then we have keychains and acrylic stands. They really
So
like
good.
that over
They're
there.
all good.
And
Yeah,
then
man.
we got a new GBO2 playable mobile.
That's strong, by the way.
Mm. Have
That's
you
strong.
have you tried fighting one?
I don't have it, but people are using it,
Mm.
and it's insane.
It's smaller than the usual mobile suit, right?
I'm sorry.
It's smaller than the usual mobile suit, right?
Yeah, it's actually small. I think it's a grunt for some reason.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it?
a grunt.
You can tell it's a grunt
I
because
think
it doesn't have a beef in.
I think
Right,
in the late
yeah, exactly.
I think in the late UC they're trying to
sick,
make the
though.
Gundams more like a grunt unit, a mass-produced unit.
Which makes
Like-
Yeah,
sense.
but-
Yeah.
Like in Victory Gundam, where when the Victory 2 Gundam came out, the first version of the Victory Gundam has been mass-produced. So it became his special strike force, I guess.
That's why it's so strong.
Yeah, man. It's basically a Gundam.
Yeah. Which actually
Yeah.
makes sense, going through the timeline. Like, of course, at the start of the 1 year war, it's rare, but as time goes on, it should be more mass produced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this timeline is way more Is it future UC the
Yeah, late
crossbone?
UC, late UC, man.
Hmm. Do gyms still
Yeah,
exist on this timeline?
They
yeah,
do.
Oh, they
they
still
do,
do.
they do.
Huh.
But I think they're just remnants from the past. I guess.
Hmm. Interesting.
They have a museum for the Zaku.
Yeah,
It's an ancient
because
relic.
they have a different
Like
enemy mobile suit there.
Oh, okay. I see. And then this one, yeah, this one looks good. I've always wanted
My
the a
baby.
7-Eleven Gunpla. Uh, uh,
Color scheme.
yeah, but I don't know. It's so hard to get here in the Philippines. Plus, they're more expensive than they should be. So,
that's
10 out
true.
of
yeah.
10.
I was
Would
gonna
get
say
that at
that.
the
Like
Slurpee.
it's
Mm.
how many yen is it? 700.
Yeah, and then they're gonna sell it here for like
Double the price,
yeah,
man.
or maybe around
No,
4,000 yen.
it's
Yeah.
711 yen because it's 7-Eleven. Huh.
Boo.
Boo!
Bruh.
Get out of
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Justin, have you gotten yourself a Gunpla Queen yet? Aren't you planning to get one?
I'm torn.
You're
I'm
torn?
actually trying to decide if I want the Gunpla-kun or the Zaku-kun.
Get both.
There's
'Cause
a Zaku-kun.
Yeah, there is. There's one coming out.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'd get that.
Plus,
Mini stuff.
Justin, you can display it like on a runner. So I don't know. It's unique that way, not like an SD.
Or you can make it a keychain. Turn it into a labubu or some shit.
Oh, yeah, people are doing that, right? They're putting it on
Mm.
containers and putting it on their bags as like a keychain or something. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah, in the
seen
future
one.
we'll do like Gundam battles, Beyblade style.
Yeah.
I am
Gundam
green with
battle!
envy.
Yeah. Miguel, you have an opinion about the new Dom design, right?
Yeah, dude, I love it. It's so stupid and I love it. Look at that backpack. I thought it was just a backpack. It's
Uh,
a foot.
yeah.
What?
So good. Wait, are they the
Stupid.
same size as the foot?
No, it's bigger,
It's
but
bigger.
it was stupid. I saw it. I watched the recent episode, right?
Yeah.
When
I did.
when the two Dom pilots deployed that backpack, I was laughing all the way. It's
Wait.
so stupid.
It actually
Yes.
is the same. What the fuck?
Chess is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know the big floor sweepers you see in the malls or in the offices. Kind of looks like this.
Yeah. It's like he has an iron on his back, like a clothes iron. You use for clothes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Or a big ass vacuum, man.
And then we
Now that
have
you
That's
mention,
so
I could
good.
see it.
yeah.
Good design choice.
And we have
I can
Machu.
see that.
We don't have much details on this one yet. And then the 00 metal builds. Yeah, looks cool. I like the colors on this one. It's purple. But yeah, thank you, Justin, for this week's news. And moving on,
Looks so evil.
today, Miguel is going to tell us about our topic of the show.
All right, so today we're gonna do something different. So basically, why I wanted to discuss this because, for example, I'm a musician, right? So when I'm trying to learn something or a certain style, I go way back. I trace its roots. I
Mm.
trace its stylistic approaches. So since we're doing GBWC this year, and in order for us to understand the design of the mobile suits and the Gundams, well, that's the same thing. We need to go way back, way back on how it became Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
Its design approaches,
Yeah.
its creators, like thinking when he came up with the concept
Mm-hmm.
of Gundam. So today we will be discussing the brief history and the design approaches that Tomino used when he created the one and only Gundam.
Yeah.
Pen and paper app. Teach me, senseis.
All right. So
All right.
yeah. Do you have a brief history for us, Migs?
Yeah. So I've been researching about Gundam passively
Mm.
for the past year since I came back to the hobby. So way back in 2022, I used to hang out with. Do you guys know Hates K?
Hey, it's K.
Yeah, I think Roy knows him. He's a bro. I haven't reconnected with him in a while, but yeah, usually we hang out a lot during those days. Usually he streams. He used to stream around noontime here in the Philippines, but he's in the U.S. right now.
This guy?
Okay.
He's in the U.S. Yeah, he used to stream a lot, so I used to hang out in his streams, and sometimes we discuss about Gundam. So my key takeaway from our discussions was that I forgot I need to look up the Gundam's creator full name.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Um.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Yoshiyuki.
Yoshiyuki Tomino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yoshiyuki Tomino. So based on what we've discussed, maybe I'm paraphrasing, maybe I'm getting this jumbled, but based on what we've discussed and what I've researched back then was during those times the mecha genre was oversaturated by tokusatsu.
Super robots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
robots. And Yoshiyuki Tomino wanted to break away from that genre because, well, to him it's he wanted to reflect something much more realistic
Mm-hmm.
than the super robot genre.
Mm-hmm.
So he created Gundam.
Yeah. So for those who doesn't know what super robot is, it's a good example would be Ultraman, right? So it's like a more superhero
No, no, no.
style mecha,
But Ultraman is not. I wait. Oops. Wait. Uh, Tokusatsu.
like Mazinger Z. Hatsu.
Eh, no, no, no. Sorry, I'm using the wrong term. Tokusatsu is Ultraman.
I don't know.
It's a film genre.
Ultraman is considered as
Tokus.
super robot though. He's a mecha.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, he's a mecha.
Damn.
Yeah, Ultraman is a
maybe
mecha.
maybe we're getting this wrong. I'm butchering the terms, but okay, let's just use Super Robot.
Uh huh.
Okay, so Super Robot, yeah, Mazinger Z,
Mhm.
uh, Getter Robo,
Mhm.
Voltes 5. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Super Robot. So
Dominos.
Domino what? So basically, what a Super Robot is, basically you have a team that pilots separate parts of the robot, and when the need arises, they combine into a super robot, a bigger
Mhm.
kind of robot.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ultraman is not a robot. Sorry about that. Okay, go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, we're just humans.
Yeah.
We're just making this shit
Yeah.
up. Okay, so Tomino wanted to create something much, much
Realistic.
realistic
Yeah.
and much closer to military units.
Mm.
So he decided, hey, let's create Gundam.
Mm. Mm.
So basically, his inspiration was like a reflection of the war and reflection of World War II, like fighting for freedom and
Mhm.
such. Okay, so yeah, so what he did was basically remove the part that makes a mecha super robot. So he just made them SS. He made a bipedal tank, a humanoid tank, basically. He treated the robots not not something from not very. He stripped it out from the fantasy. He stripped out the fantasy stuff from the mobile suits and then injected something much more realistic. So he made it. He treated them like a tank,
Mhm.
like something you'd use for war. So
Super weapon.
that's how, yeah, super weapon basically, mobile, armor basically. So that's how Gundam came to life.
Mm. Yeah. And yeah, that's interesting. Gundam being considered more militaristic, and then as time goes on, we get to explore that more. We with like series like MS8 and all that.
Yeah,
That you know dives
basically
more into
using,
the guerrilla part. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, basically using the mobile suits.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as an extension of the soldiers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a tank
Uh-huh.
that can move around like a soldier,
Yeah.
a very mobile tank.
Yeah. And then you can
Right.
see like the,
So
the difference between like the original timeline of it, right? Where it all started. Like it's more militaristic than the other uh,
yeah,
offshoots. Like for example, in UC, it's more, I don't know. Aside from the new type shit, it's more realistic.
yeah.
The story is darker and it's more. Yeah, I like that part of it. And yeah, thank you, Tomina, for that.
And you can see a lot of, if you watch the original series, you can see a lot of the military strategies, like
Mm.
going undercover, doing some stealth shit,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
basically
Yeah.
waiting out the enemy before you strike.
Yeah.
Unlike in Super Robot, where they just face head on, and
Yeah.
like Beyblades
Yeah.
going like this, like
Yeah.
and
Yep.
before, yeah, they still kept some parts of the Super Robots, like swords,
Yeah, yeah, laser swords and all that. Uh,
laser swords. Yeah,
but I don't know but speaking of like the more realistic military side of Gundam, one thing that interests me about it, fascinates me about Gundam, is because is that unlike other anime where they feature kids as protagonists, on other animes there isn't really any big effect on those characters, but on Gundam you see them having PTSDs, right? You
yeah,
see the
exactly.
yeah, you see the philosophy in or the psychology of what goes through the
War.
character, yeah, of war exactly. And yeah, it's more
Yeah,
realistic that
because
way.
It
in
adds
Super
to the realism.
Robots,
Mm.
From
when you watch when you watch, or when you go through the season,
Mm-hmm.
usually the kids are not bothered by by the things that are happening around them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are some darker super robots. We got them during the 80s and the 90s. Late 80s to the 90s. We got some darker super robot themes. But earlier, when Gundam came out, the kids in the super robot genre, they're not bothered really with the things they face. And
It's
usually,
almost
yeah, go ahead.
it's almost as if super robots, the super robots genre back then was mainly towards kids. Was mainly aimed for kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
yeah, yeah, that's actually interesting about yeah, what Justin said. And also adding to what Renan said, uh, adding more context to the state of Japan at the time Gundam, uh, the first series was made, right? Um, People were still trying to, cope with the Second World War,
Mm.
even Japan, as uh, they were defeated during the World War Second World War.
They were in
Um,
the rebuilding era, right?
You're building
During
it,
that
yeah,
time.
exactly,
yeah. 17.
exactly, and I feel like that's why uh, themes of robots and futuristic themes were applied and glorified even in media, like in children's anime. um I feel like when Gundam was created, it was a step, a level further into what anime could be. I'm gonna throw in a little fun fact.
Mhm.
The creation of Gundam was actually uh, was marked as the day anime changed, because Gundam was apparently like the first anime to. I mean, the first Gundam series was the first anime to explore those kinds of themes, and that's what inspired later anime, such as actually The Grave of the Fireflies, which was actually released a year later.
Mhm.
It encouraged directors to, or artists or animation studios to explore those kinds of themes,
Mhm.
To
exploring,
re-
as Renan mentioned, PTSD
Yeah.
of war.
to reflect real life or
Yeah.
history.
Yes,
There's actually a
exactly.
good video about regarding that. It's by Mother's Basement. It's called The Day Anime Changed, where they featured
Mm.
like the Gundam's effects on for the anime. So yeah, shout out to that. If you guys wanna watch that, it's by Mother's Basement. It's a really good video. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I really like the way the Tomino approached character build-ups in Gundam. So, for example, Amuro,
Mm.
he was a whiny bitch at
Yeah.
the start of the series. Uh, What a fight! I don't know. Then Bright slapped
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He changed, man.
He's just I wanna fight. And then you saw him like when he first saw his mother. He's like, he just wants to protect them, and so he shot that soldier. And then his mother was like, "I wish it didn't come back." Like what? That's so mean. And then you see him on the next scene. He's just staring blankly into space. Like, what do I do? And you see like the real effects of it, right? Because if you, I don't know, it's interesting. Like the old, it's it's a bit too old to watch now, but it's still it still tackles important aspects of war. Also, what I
Correct.
like about Gundam is that speaking of realism, it's not really realistic to have a mecha. It's not really realistic to have a
Yeah,
laser
true.
sword, but they somehow justified it. So they had like an alternate reality where a guy named Minovsky actually managed to invent a
Mm-hmm.
particle. It's called Minovsky particles. You can actually hear that on when if you watch G-Quox, like the second episode, they
Yeah.
talk about it a lot. Like so, basically, it's a particle that powers the Gundam and its weapons because it's realistically it takes too much, and they still thought of something to justify the existence of mecha, which is it's just interesting. It's very
Yeah.
Kojima, if you if you know what I mean, right?
I don't I don't know if this applies to the original series, but in Cheekwax, they use the Minovsky particles to detect if a mobile suit is on the move, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They do. Yeah. Yeah, which isn't. Yeah, which makes sense. You'd be since you'd be using one. It's like detecting nuclear energy or whatever, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like in the realistic setting where I guess sonar, I guess. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not an
something like
army
that.
guy.
Yeah,
Something like that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, speaking of, have you seen that meme where this Asian guy asks a Japanese? I'm saying Asian guy because I don't know
Is
what.
specific, yeah, races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Where he asks the guy, "Oh, so what's the gun? Where does Gundam come from?" And then the Japanese guy goes, "Gun, freedom, uh, Gundam." And then the other guy goes, "Wait, isn't that Gundam?" And
Oh yeah.
just the Japanese guy just goes, "Gundam."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something or
I
something.
saw that. Yeah, it's a video on TikTok, right? Those two Japanese guys
Yeah, yeah.
talking to each other. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the other guy is Japanese. So apparently, it was supposed to be named as Freedom Fighter Gunboy.
Yeah, that's an ugly name.
Yeah, man. So they workshopped it. So and then that thought came out: freedom and gun and freedom.
Mm.
So it's it's someone who uses a gun to fight for their freedom. So it's supposed to be called Gundam.
Mm.
Gundam.
Interesting.
But Tomino I guess in my interpretation, Tomino doesn't really like how it sounded.
Uh-huh.
So he added some other reasons behind it. So the reasoning why it's called Gundam because it's someone using a gun to hold back enemies like a dam.
Mm, I
So it's
see.
a gun and dam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gundam.
So it's like a barrier, a protector,
Yeah, it's
something
a
like that.
barrier.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I see.
Damn.
So so it so based on my interpretation, so and when I watched the series, so the Gundam is not only the first mobile suit with advanced technologies like the RX-78-2,
Hmm.
but it's also the first mobile suit that uses a beam gun.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So the gun in Gundam makes sense.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then in terms of like the design of mobile suits, do you notice anything in particular? Like what do you think? What influences can you see, or based on research?
On my
If you've done some,
research,
yeah.
yeah, based on my research, I really see a lot of samurai influences in the design. Like usually in samurais, yeah, they have this crest in their forehead, right?
Hmm.
Like the horns. Based on my prior research, regarding that, they are inspired from beetles, from Hercules beetles.
Hmm.
They have horns, right? So I think in order for it to make, in order for it to make, I guess, much mechanical, they they just changed the designs into to a edgier design.
Yeah.
They veered away from the organic looking design like in the samurais.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So that's the birth
and
of the V-fins.
yeah, I guess that's a burst of the V-fin.
Yeah.
I wonder
You have
if there.
anything to add? Yeah, go ahead.
I just wondered if there were any like original concept parts. Like what would the first ever Gundam would look like? What would
I'm, I'm
There is.
researching about that. There is.
Check the wiki.
I'm checking right now,
Yes.
actually.
Wikipedia help us?
But yeah, yeah, it's interesting. You know, you can actually see the samurai what do you call that, inspiration on the designs as well as you can see like from the shape of the head itself. It looks like a samurai helmet, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. Also,
They they just reshaped it into a more humanoid look.
mhm. And something that actually is very samurai looking that is not Astray or Sengoku is I think it's Sazabi, right? It's really
Oh
the
yeah,
head of that.
Shogun.
Uh-huh. It's very samurai. Yeah, but I can
And I
mhm. Go ahead.
you can really see in the well actually like what I said before, Tomino didn't really let go of the super robot influence.
Mm.
So you can really see because in Super Robot, right, you can really tell the difference from the protagonist and the antagonist, right? So Tomino kept that in Gundam, where the at Xeon's case, the design approach for the Xeon suits was well, he wanted to make it realistic, but he still wants it to have a distinction.
Mm.
So I think he made the Xeon kits look a bit monstrous. I guess
Mm-hmm. More
ugly,
more alien.
ugly,
Mm.
Or
alien.
alien.
Mm.
Organic shapes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, organic shapes. Exactly.
I managed to find this. I'm not sure if this is accurate. It's from Reddit. So basically, this is the original design.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
Oh,
it looks more super robot-y.
super robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. Give me 2 minutes. I'll come back.
All right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
continue.
Yeah. You know what? Turn A actually looks more super robot than the usual. But then again, it's a different designer than the usual. But yeah, these are the original designs. So basically, so apparently this is supposed to be RX-78, which is Gunboy, I guess. And then we have the gun cannon and gun tank. Um,
Wow.
yeah, the gun tank is interesting. It looks more realistic. Uh, but
There are cannons coming out
of gun cannon. I mean, that's
the.
yeah. Of what? The chest.
Yes. I can see.
Calcium cannons.
Show us your cannon. No.
Yeah, you can really see the. I think this is the more of a concept art.
Yeah, it is the original concept art behind them.
Yeah, look at that face. It's just a big ass visor, right?
Honestly, I'm kind of glad they upgraded it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, actually, when we mentioned the Japanese design, you can I don't really see it here that much. But when I think when they refined it, like with the front skirts, the side skirts, the shoulder armor, it it kind of shows now.
Hmm. Yep.
Because in the Japanese armor, I forgot what they're called, kabuto armor or some shit. Well, I guess I have to do more research on that. But they have segments on the armors, right? So they have a chest part to protect the chest, and they have um, hanging armors here in the abdomen part. So mainly when you see mobile suits, that's why they have those what's the right word? Extended front skirts to protect the leg part underneath. Just like in the samurai armors and also in the western armors, the full plate armors. Because this in this original design, it looks more of a full plate from the European armor compared to a Japanese armor.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Also, it's you know it's a good thing that they changed the design. Because I remember there's this fact I saw this from the show that I'm watching about plastic molekits. Apparently, the Gundam anime didn't actually boom as much as it does now. Like it's not that popular, and it was supposed
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
canceled. But then they started selling the plastic model kits, and since people liked the
yeah,
design, they started buying it, and
yeah,
that's what kept it alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Thank
And
God for
and
kids.
yeah, I got for kids
and
and the good design.
and, and I think the toys didn't reflect the color of the original kits
Mm.
as they do now, because well, I think I saw that too. The first line of toys for Gundam back then was they're all silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silver, and it has a bit of red parts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh, yeah. Any fun facts about Gundam? Do you guys have some? Yeah, we've talked about the influence of Japanese culture on Gundam, but there's actually a wide range of there's actually a wide influence stemming from Gundam, like across the world. I have some from here. Disclaimer: this came from Google, so I'm not sure if these are 100% accurate. But here are some fun facts about him. Uh, Char Aznable inspired Zoolander's villain, apparently. So according to According to
shit.
Zoolander director Ben Stiller, the design of Char's mask and charisma partly inspired the character Mugatu, which is played by Will Ferrell. I couldn't find any verification on that. I just saw that on Reddit, but if it does, that's pretty cool, right? Also, there is a NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory that has an internal codename system for projects. So one prototype robot was internally nicknamed Gundam by engineers, which is not really hard to believe since, they have asteroids like named after Star Wars and shit. Because if you're an astrophysicist, you might be a nerd yourself. Not
And
generalizing.
I think when you mention Star Wars, Gundam it's partly inspired by Star Wars because, well, I'm coming from this because of the beam sabers.
Oh yeah. Did Star Wars invent lightsabers, like laser swords?
I think they're the one who did that first.
Yeah. Because Star Wars was released 1977, so 2 years.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
2 years after.
Yeah, 2 years after Gundam came out, so that makes sense. Yeah.
so the effect of Gundam to Asia is like how Star Wars effect on the West.
Yeah.
On the West.
Yeah.
It's so basically it's our Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Gundam.
Yeah. As in the Philippines, especially growing up, you saw Wing X, Gundam G on TV, being dubbed in Filipino and all. But yeah, it's our I don't know. It's a lot of people's nerd awakening.
Yeah, man.
And go ahead.
Yeah, and coming off from the inspiration to connecting it to pop culture. So a lot of since Gundam came out, a lot of the mecha designs are usually now based to Gundam or
Yeah.
somehow based to Gundam. Like a good example of that is Full Metal Panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavily inspired by Gundam.
Also,
But mostly, yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
go
Also
ahead.
on modern media as well. For example, games, right? So, Mecha Break. I've talked about it before on this show. We've also featured it on the show on the news once, and they actually have designers, Gundam designers, working on them. Also, a lot of the third-party mecha kits are very heavily influenced by Gundam designs as well. But yeah. Go ahead.
That's a very good topic for another episode.
Yeah.
How it evolved,
Yeah, right.
basically.
So yeah, you have like Armored Core, Zone of the Enders, heavily inspired by Gundam. I think maybe Armored Core not as much. I don't know.
And basically, the stories, the running plots of the mecha animes that came out after Gundam is usually patterned around Gundam, like fighting for freedom, fighting. There's this two-side fighting, and the other side has a special ace kit, ace robot or mecha, a secret mecha that's the other side. The other side is trying to steal or something like that. That's basically how Gundam started.
Yeah.
It's a top secret mobile suit. It's a top secret weapon, and
I
somehow a kid
also...
got his hands on it. Go ahead, Justin.
No, sorry. I accidentally hit myself.
Wait,
No, you were
I
gonna
thought
say something.
I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
Yeah. Speaking of influence in other culture or I don't know, in terms of fashion, right? We've seen Gundam collaborate with Uniqlo and all that. Actually, we actually missed this on our news. So last May 5 actually released the collaboration of Uniqlo with Gundam in celebration of its 45th anniversary. You can actually see the designs here. I'm actually gonna get one tomorrow.
Look
Yeah.
at you, rich guy.
No, I saved money for this, man. I really want this.
Oh,
I really want this one. This T-shirt right here. Have y'all checked this out?
Oh yeah, something I remember because
Mm.
when we're talking about Gundam's design, Gundam's influence in other media. So, as you know, I do like other sci-fi stuff like Warhammer. So I've been doing some research on some of the races there. So apparently, the first version of the orcs,
Mm-hmm.
they're because in Warhammer, the orcs are kind of like portrayed as dumb.
Yeah.
They only want to do war. They only want to
Mhm.
fight. Blah, blah.
Mhm.
That's their entertainment. That's their way of life. So I'm just gonna go at this very, very briefly. So the first version of them, because they basically devolved.
Mhm.
The first version of them were a lot smarter, and they have armor, and those armor look like Zaku armor.
Huh.
Wait, I'm gonna research that.
Yeah.
Early orc designs in Warhammer.
40K.
Yeah, dude. Early orc
Yeah.
design in.
I saw a fun fact about about orcs in Warhammer. There, I'll just go on a tangent here real quick. Apparently, they're overpowered in 40K. It's just that they're dumb, so they don't know how to utilize their strengths.
Yeah,
It's so,
basically they're like Ralph manifesting. So when they put their
Yeah,
mind to it,
yeah, they do that.
yeah,
it comes. It,
Hatching ways.
it happens.
yeah. So they're like gods basically, and they're just too stupid to use their own
To
powers.
imagine shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
so
okay,
funny.
let's continue this for a bit. So there's this that's their downfall too as well. Their belief because there's a story that there's this platoon of um imperial guards that are surrounded by orcs. So what they did was they just pretended they have guns,
And it worked.
and somehow the orc the orcs believed them. It's their downfall too, man.
This is so stupid.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy. But yeah, is this the design? This is what I
Yeah,
saw.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
heavily inspired by Zaku's.
Mm, mm.
But yeah, and they had to put it in the 40K.
Ah,
40K
interesting.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, going back to 40K, so I think the other race there is inspired by Gundam,
Really?
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, the Tau.
I'm not.
So basic so basically in the Warhammer community, when you when you play Tau, they sometimes the stigma to you is, well, this guy used to build Gundams, so he went for the Tau because they're basically
Oh,
robots. Because
basically
the Tau,
mechas.
yeah, the Tau are the race that usually pilots mechas.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
So
That's why.
basically, there's yeah, that's the one.
Those are the mechas.
Yeah, man. I think they're called Reptides.
Oh,
Oh.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're a Gundam player and you want to play, if you're a Gundam builder and you want to play Warhammer, go for Tau.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Anything else to add about you, Justin and Ralph?
Ralph?
There are tons of references from different animes as well, like Sergeant Kuroro. Um,
Mm.
well, I think they're the same creator, but there are others like Gintama as well.
Mhm.
Other animes, Grand Road. Um, outside of Mecha, they have tons of references for
Yeah.
Gundam. That's how popular it was.
Mhm.
It is.
A- And usually when they pull out the Gundam card, well, taking this I'm using have you guys seen Ready Player One?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a Gundam there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when the Gundam came out, it's in the last part when they are fighting for their freedom.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why the guy that used the Gundam pulled out the Gundam card because they were fighting for their freedom.
Wow.
But
Yeah, and
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
So I think in other animes when they reference Gundam, they are somehow fighting something for their freedom. And usually when they pull out the Gundam card, it's usually the RX-78.
Yeah, it's the most recognizable mobile suit. So
Yeah. But I don't think Tomino has
In
the
Grand Road, it was the Charzaku.
Oh damn.
in where?
Yeah, Grand Road. It's a bike anime, cycling anime.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, and in Gintama, right? They influence they reference Zaku. Zaku's too, right?
I'm not sure. I
I,
haven't watched Gintama yet.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, but you can see, it's you can see the influence, especially with Ready Player One, that it's already crossed the border to the Western audience as
In the
well,
West.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that. We're gonna have a movie by Legendary, and then we have celebrities like Linkin Park who are well known Gundam fans. They even had a collaboration kit with Bandai, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
And the actors from Lord of the Rings,
Wait, what?
Viggo Mortensen, Viggo Mortensen.
Aragorn?
They
Aragorn is a Gundam fan?
yeah yeah dude
Holy!
he has a photo with I think
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boromir.
With Pippin, I
I saw
think.
that.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah, yeah.
bought
They
Gundam
were
when they were in Japan together.
yeah
Yeah,
right
yeah,
right
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all.
that's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
That's a popular
Very
photo.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah dude. So
yeah,
so it's a very big influence in the West.
yeah.
Well, the thing that amazes me is how does did this robot stripped down from its fantasy like elements took over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to imagine how Gundam really influenced a lot of different parts, and not just design wise, but
Mhm.
even like story plot wise.
Mhm.
Because I remember what Miguel mentioned earlier about how they made this anime very militaristic and very dark, but and at the same time, maybe that's exactly what they needed to really change the way anime could be.
Mhm.
So perhaps there's also this story plot, the storytelling elements that Gundam has given that also transferred or influenced other animes and shows. So
Yeah, most
there's
most likely. Yeah.
a lot to dissect there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys, for the audience out there, if you guys know more facts about Gundam, make sure to drop it down the comment. Drop it below on the comments. Yeah, we'll make sure to read that on the next episode if you have some. But yeah, any last thoughts?
Okay, so if we keep this topic running on the episodes that we don't have guests,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can connect it to the Gunpla is Freedom.
What? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll see. We'll see. If you guys like this topic, make sure to drop a comment if you'd like that. But yeah, yeah. About you, Ralph. Anything to add? I thought you were about to say something.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. That's it.
Yeah.
When I did my research about, the history of why, how Gundam was created, it really piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
How it's like connected to, uh, you know, the how it reflected, especially on how Japan as a country, uh,
Yeah, especially
cope.
yeah,
with
cope after the war and all that. Yeah.
We're just
Sure.
talking about tourism. In a way, yeah. I was trying to figure like how it's connected to the art movement, futurism,
Mm-hmm.
but That's something entirely different.
Yeah, would you like to elaborate that? No.
Well, I realized, Gundam, or the intentions of the creation of Gundam. It's uh, it's the complete opposite of what futurism is. Uh, so futurism is, an art movement made in Italy that glorified militaristic approaches to um, uh, implementations to human society. They approved war, and if it meant the progress of humanity. But that was actually a movement that was made
Hmm.
during the World War One, which but which is the complete opposite of what the intentions of Gundam is. The point of Gundam is you know uh, uh, war is something entirely complex,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it affects humans severely.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
So
That's it.
yeah. But that's
would you
right.
like to call this Gundamrism? I don't know.
But yeah, that's right. It's actually ironic when you think about it. So Gundam in itself is anti-war, right?
Yeah.
It shows you the reality of war, how bad it is, and all that. But at the same time, you're actually buying toys, which are basically walking tanks, which is,
Yeah,
Walking
it's a
super
fun spin
weapons.
on it. But at the same time, watch the
walking war
show to know
machines.
what to really know what you're getting into, like the message of the kits that you're buying as well. But it's just it's interesting. Yeah, I really like. Thank you for that, Ralph. That's really insightful. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. Futurism
True.
basically is
Said that
very
earlier.
Machiavellian. If I'm
Yeah,
reading it right. Um,
Machiavellian.
yeah. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Justin, you want to say something?
I just wanted to ask, like,
Hmm.
have you guys seen the very first anime, the very first Gundam anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we saw it.
Like, do you recommend the series or the movie?
I suggest watching the series.
Yeah, people suggest watching the series. I didn't. I went straight to the movie, to the
Hmm.
trilogy. But yeah, I read somewhere that it's a slow burn, but it's worth it in the end. Because when I saw the movies themselves, it's things happen too
It's much
fast.
digest,
Yeah,
much digestible.
it's much digestible, but sometimes things appear more wacky because they cut a lot of stuff in it, right? So for example, the relationships between people, you'll be surprised, like after one episode, two episodes, they're already together. Like what happened? What happened in between? But then again, in the series, they tackled it more,
Into
yeah,
detail.
more detailed, right? So yeah, I suggest following Biggs' advice of watching the series and then watching the movies after. But then again, I didn't do that because it's too old. It's time to remake Gundam 79, man. Come on.
They're gonna remake it. Should they
Yeah.
remake it?
Sunrise, what are we
I
doing,
think
man?
I think they did that for Origin.
They did
Yeah.
that for a few episodes of it, right?
Yeah, Origin.
Yeah, and then the cuckoo. I think was that the island thing. Was that based on
Kukuruku
a?
Dolan.
Those are based on uh
A scene.
a scene, right? Yeah, episodes of
Yeah,
79. But yeah, you should
they
watch
just
it, Justin.
elaborate.
You'll appreciate G-Quox more, especially the second episode or the movie that we watched. You know,
Hmm.
yeah.
Actually, I've been playing the new mobile game that came out, the SDG Gundam Generation Eternal 222.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name; it's too long. And yeah, they actually show some snippets,
Mm-hmm.
some like the main things that happened in the story. So I was able to get through that,
Hmm.
and yeah, and then what Miguel mentioned before about how the main character he was like a whiny little
Bitch.
turd. I don't want to say that, but turd. Um, and then I'm curious about how that character growth of his actually influenced other shows in a similar level. So
Oh,
yeah,
you have to watch the other
Yeah.
succeeding series if you want to see his slow but cool character growth.
Uh-huh.
oh boy,
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
wait.
he became such a cool guy.
But yeah. Yeah. Again, if you guys watching have more, I don't know, if you want to share more about Gundam fun facts, just leave a comment down below, and we'll make sure to read that. But yeah, now we will go to the next segment of the show, which is the Gundam photos, Gunpla photos of the week.
Oh, yeah. Photos of the week.
What? Alright. Photos of the week. Alright. So
My
this is the
microphone.
Plamo People's Choice. This is by Marvin Kaguete. This is Optimus Prime.
Optimum Prime. Oh.
I have a question. I don't know if so there's a plastic model kit for Transformers. So you have to build this?
I guess.
Yeah.
Man, it looks so detailed.
Yeah. Look at that. If you painted that, that's cool. Huh.
Dude,
I wonder if it
that's
is.
so hard to. Yeah, you can't see any metal.
But
parts.
it's a good photo. Yeah, good job on the photo, Sir Marvin Caguete. If you guys want your Plamo or Gunpla featured on next week or succeeding episodes, Gunpla photos of the week, make sure to post on Plamo Photography and Gunpla Photography. Next is the people's choice for the Gundam photo of the week, which is by G. Chi Chen. Yeah. You could resonate.
People like this because, yeah, you can see the decal. I think that's just it.
It's pretty cute.
Wait a minute. Decal of what?
Yeah, but it looks like it's they're making it look like it's zoomed in or on something.
Yeah,
But the lens is there.
Yeah, but the
It's
lens is
not
there.
even-
It's not pointing at him, but yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
this is a
It's really
That's what the
good.
people like.
it's a
It's really good.
yeah, I like it. That's creative. I like this one.
Yeah.
It's a NERC 78 RG 2.0, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah.
And I think that thing that he's shooting is a PG. I guess.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a PG or another RG.
Yeah. He has several more photos. I wasn't able to save those, but yep. So this is this was shot on a phone. Cool. Yeah, I like the
Xiaomi.
lighting and all that. This is cool.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the of what I used to do back at on my Gunfalls page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Now
think
it's
this is
PG running.
Now it's PG Renan, yeah. Make sure to follow me. All
Same.
right.
peak toy photography.
Where's SPG Renan?
Shut up.
Okay, what does SPG mean, Ral?
Studio Perfect
Spaghetti.
grade.
Strict parental guidance Renan.
Ano? What?
What?
Strong parental guidance Renan.
Okay. All right.
Where's my sample?
And then the next one is GP's choice. GP, tell us about this one.
Holy shit.
I just wanted his reaction. I wanted to see his reaction. He loves stuff like this. It's the Shamel. Hell yeah!
What do you call this? Shamel?
Yeah,
Is it French?
it's a Xeon tank. I don't know, man, but
yeah!
It's
Yeah.
Pretty thick.
I like this one.
I like the shot
Yeah.
too because it looks on scale.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It looks on scale, and the weathering really ties it with the background. So if we get people to do it like that in the contest, they will win.
Yeah.
He weathered it too.
Yeah.
Weathered.
Yeah, man.
You got your tips here, guys, if you want to join the contest.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like this one. This actually reminds me of I've said it off cam, but it kind of reminds me of Gundam, Mega Man Legends. I don't know if you guys are aware of that game.
Yeah.
It looks like a reverb
boss.
bot. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Well,
I'll definitely
if
check
you
this
look-
kit out.
If you think about it, the enemies in Mega Man are kind of like inspired from Xeon.
Kind of does. Right? It's got that mono eye and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is by Thana Newbanthat. Sorry if I butchered your name. But yeah, this was posted in Gunpla Photos, GP.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Is that a custom?
You know the people's choice in Plamo is supposed to be Sun.
Mm.
But- Yeah.
Yeah.
Just went to the second runner-up.
Why don't you feature Sun?
Still, congrats on Chi.
We already
Chi-Chan.
featured Sun before, so
Oh yeah, right.
Plus, this
he
is
can't keep showing up here, man. Shout out, Sun.
yeah. Shout out, Sun.
You
Hi,
can't
Sun.
keep winning, man.
Hopefully, we can get
You
Sun
just-
as a guest someday.
Yeah, hopefully I've been talking with him. He has issues with our schedule, but
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah. But shout out to this week's features, man. They really good job. Again, if you guys want your builds to be featured, make sure to post them on Plamo Photography and Gunpla Photography. Gunpla Photography has a subreddit and Discord. You can search for those at r/Gunpla Photography or Gunpla Photos.
And Threads.
Gunpla Photos. Oh yeah, and Threads. Apparently, we are on Threads now, and of course, follow us on TikTok, Perfect Grade Studios as well.
And
GB,
Tumblr.
uh,
Just kidding. We don't have a Tumblr.
Have we updated the what do you call that? The Discord link on the page, on the group chat?
Not yet, but I'm gonna update it after
After yeah.
I get the graphics from you.
Oh, all right,
Basically.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll be updating the link soon. So make sure to be on the lookout. We'll make sure to join us on Discord, subreddit, and of course on Facebook. But yeah, thanks for watching. Remember, we're not just building kits; we are building something bigger. Good night.
Like my.
Perfect Grade Podcast.